How to harvest plants in Metrc. The look and options you see in Metrc may vary, depending on the state you are operating Metrc in, but the functionality of the software is the same. Therefore, the demo you will see in this video may look different from what you see in your license, and may involve a few different steps, but the functionality of harvesting plants in Metrc will be the same. Before we dive in, let's review the differences between a manicure batch and a harvest batch. Manicuring a plant is taking part of the plant, whether it's a third of the plant or just trimming with the intent to sell or use the trimmings. While harvesting a plant is cutting the plant from the root ball and drying and curing or processing the entire plant. To begin, go to Plants on the navigation toolbar running along the top of the page in Metrc and click on it. Once in the Plants area, open the Flowering tab. There are certain plants we want to work with, so we are going to do a sort to bring those plants to the top of the list. Sort so that the highest numbered plant tags are at the top by clicking on the plant tag header. Clicking the header once sorts in ascending order, with the lowest numbered plant tags at the top, then increasing in number as you read down the list. Next, click the plant tag header again, and the sort will be in descending order, meaning that the higher plant tags are on the top and the tag numbers will decrease in number as you read down the list. Now we can easily find the 3 plants we want to work with. Select them by clicking on them. Highlight all 3 by holding the Control key down while clicking on the plant tag numbers. Once they're all selected, click on the Harvest button. When working with more than one plant or package in Metrc, the software provides a template where you can enter information one time and have it apply to the related spaces in the additional plants or packages. First, enter the harvest name. At a minimum, the harvest batch name should be the strain name and the date of harvest. You can add additional information if you would like, but strain name and date of harvest are a minimum. Then click on the Apply checkbox to have the harvest name populated for the 3 plants. The harvest name is entered for the subsequent plants. Next, designate the unit of measure. Select grams. And then click on the Apply checkbox. Populate the unit of measure for all 3 plants. Then assign the drying location. Select the drying location from the list provided. Then click on the Select button. Next, click on the Apply checkbox to apply the drying location to all 3 plants. Assign the harvest date. Apply the harvest date to all 3 plants by clicking on the Apply checkbox. Through the use of the template, we have entered all the information except for the plant's weight. The plants must be individually weighed, and then that wet weight is entered for each plant in the harvest. Enter the wet weight of the first plant, the second plant, and the third plant. After entering the plant weights, review the harvest information, making sure all the information is entered correctly. Then click on the Harvest Plants button. You'll notice our 3 plants are no longer there under the Flowering tab. They have been moved to the Inactive tab, as they are now included in the Harvest under the Harvested tab. And there is the harvest batch we just created. You can see the star to the left of the harvest name is filled in, signifying a harvest batch, opposed to the empty star found below representing a manicure batch. Besides the harvest batch name, the columns report the strain, the location the harvest is drying in, the number of plants, in this case 3, and the total wet weight of the 3 plants. Also included is the waste, the total packaged amount, the number of packages, and the weight column, which reflects changes to the harvest anytime product is packaged or waste is reported to the harvest. The quantity of the product packaged or the waste reported will be subtracted from the overall quantity in that weight column, so that once you've reported all the waste made to the harvest and packaged all the product possible, leaving no more physical product, you will still have a quantity in the weight column. That remaining quantity will be the weight associated with the moisture loss during the drying process.